In the world of solo leveling, there are people called hunters. They are people with magical abilities who battle and dispatch magical beasts. Hunters can have a variety of skills and are ranked according to an international S to E system where E is the weakest and S is the strongest. Additionally, there are 6 distinct special kinds of hunters: fighters, mages, assassins, tankers, rangers, and healers. There are also 2 broad categories of hunters, which are combat and non-combat. So for today's video, we are focusing on the S-rank hunters who are said to be the strongest. So we are starting with Ming Byung-gu. Byung-gu was an expert at healing magic as an S-rank healer, able to nearly instantly heal his fellow hunters. Even those with severe wounds, he also claimed to possess an A-rank level of combat ability. Aside from healing magic, he could also use buff magic, which increases the stats of his fellow hunters, and disguised, which makes him able to blend in with his surroundings and hide all traces of his presence, essentially turning himself both physically and magically invisible. However, he was unable to move whenever he had the skill active, making him an easy target if the enemy was able to track his position. Next is we have Baekhyun-woo. He is a Korean S-rank hunter and a master of transformation magic, and a guild master as well. Yun-hoo has increased durability, speed, and strength. His specialty is transformation. Baek has the ability to change into a tiger-like creature that has pure white hair, sharp claws, and fangs. This transformation greatly boosts his strength and speed. Additionally, he has the ability to partially transform and select which body parts to change, as demonstrated by the fact that during his sparring battle with Kumamoto, he only changed his hands and hair. He can also read the strength of other monsters with his eyes. So next is we have Lim Tae-gyu, a Korean S-rank hunter who specializes in archery magic and the guild master of the Fiend Guild. Lim is Korea's top ranger type hunter, and he is also a formidable opponent with a bow. This implies, however, that he is far less effective in close quarters and is best used at a distance. The fact that Hoshino defeated him so handily in their sparring session further demonstrates his weakness for his rank. Lim can instantaneously create magic arrows from his hands. These arrows pack a good punch and were able not only damage the inferior of the Korean hunter's gym with little trouble but also pierce through the Ant Queen's skin. So up next is we have Ma Dong-wook. He is a Korean S-rank hunter and also the guild master of the Fame Guild. His magic allows him to increase in his physical size by 2-fold. Next is we have Sung Il-hwan. He possessed immense strength and speed. Also, he has the stealth skill which allows him to camouflage in his surroundings, and ruler's authority which allows him to move objects through telekinesis. Next is we have Go Gun-hee. Being a ruler's vessel, Gun-hee possessed exceptional hunting skills and was easily the second most proficient hunter in Korea, right behind Jinwoo. It was also reported that he had keen senses that allowed him to identify other S-rank hunters even when they were far away, but his advanced age kept him from battling for extended periods of time and from making most of his abilities. Gun-hee has immense strength. Gun-hee was incredibly strong physically. With a single headbutt, he could break through thick layers of ice, and he could effortlessly block the Frost Monarch's energy shot with his bare hand. He also has immense durability. Gun-hee was an extremely resilient fighter for his age. After the Frost Monarch had stabbed him through the chest, he managed to stay conscious for a considerable amount of time. He even mustered the power to throw a fireball at the latter, which narrowly missed. Gun-hee has immense speed as well. Gun-hee moved with incredible speed. In their brief encounter, he was able to stay up with the Frost Monarch and even showed himself quick enough to block some of the latter's attacks at close range. He also has ruler's authority, which is telekinesis, allows him to manipulate and move objects. So the next one is Choi Jong-in. He is a Korean S-rank hunter who specializes in fire magic and the guild master of the Hunters Guild. Fire magic, it's said that Choi, the greatest fire user in Korea, can bring down a tall structure with a single spell. In addition, his flames has the capacity to quickly destroy whole colonies of ants and burn down a group of earth giants. Flame Prison is an ability of Choi to direct a wide arc of flames for both attack and defense. He also claims that it has the strength to contain B-rank magic creatures. He also has a skill called Flame Dragon, and he is able to mold a swirling mass of fire into a small dragon, which he can then use to burn any enemy nearby to cinders. Next is we have Cha Hae-in, the Vice Guild Master of the Hunters Guild and a Korean S-rank hunter. So, after Jinwoo and Gunhee, Cha is the third strongest hunter in Korea. At first, Jinwoo thought that she and Gunhee might be on an equal footing. Even the Ant King, who eliminated her right away because it thought she was the most dangerous of all the hunters in the Jeju Island raid party, thought she was the skilled enough to challenge the greatest hunters in the guild. Some of her skills are mana smell. Because Cha is sensitive to the scent of mana, she perceives monsters and hunters as repulsive. Because she is the player of the system, Jinwoo is the only hunter that is known to not bother her. And she is also considered as a master swordsman with enhanced strength, durability, and speed. Some of her attacks are Swords Dance, not the Pokemon move, but a move that increases her attack speed, Sword of Light, which transforms her sword into light and give it increasing attack power, and Quake of Provocation, in which she stabs her own sword on the ground and creates a small earthquake. Next is we have Sung Jinwoo, also the main character of the series. Jinwoo is the world's most skilled hunter and one of the most powerful people alive, serving as the Shadow Monarch's vessel, and like all S-rank hunters, Jinwoo also has enhanced strength, speed, and durability. Some of his skills are regenerative healing. Compared to average people, Jinwoo can recover his wounds significantly more quickly. When he sleeps, his healing powers also increase tenfold. Jinwoo also has accelerated development. The most remarkable quality about Jinwoo is his rapid growth rate, which sets him apart from all other powers. He not only gets stronger with every combat, but he also gains a great deal of strength with every triumph. That's why he became the strongest hunter in Asia just after a few months of training. He also has the skill Armor Creation, which he can create jet black armor for his body by focusing his energies around himself. He also has Stealth, which he is able to camouflage with his surroundings and hide all traces of presence, essentially turning himself both physically and magically invisible. He also has Shadow Extraction, in which he has the ability to take shadows from his adversaries' corpses and incorporate them into his army. In Shadow Exchange, he uses his shadows as portals to travel in vast distances. He also has the skill Shadow Preservation, in which he is able to preserve his shadows in storage and monitor them by perceiving their senses. And Dragon's Fear, which is anybody weaker than Jinwoo will experience extreme despair and panic when he lets forth a mana-infused shout from his soul. And last, he has Ruler's Authority. He is able to move and control objects via telekinesis.